Everyone, Positron checking out Nova Drift again, as it seems I do every other year at this point. If you're not aware, this is a roguelite space shooter from Jeffrey Nielsen and published by Pixel Jam. It was originally on Kickstarter. I backed it, I think it was back in 2017. And then came to Steam. I played it a bit on like 2019, did a video then. And this weekend is actually a promotion on nexus.gg where it's 50% off. And I do in fact have an affiliate link. So if you want to pick up the game, you can get it for 50% off. I think it's like the first 1,000 copies they sell. And I do get a cut of that, so be aware, if you want to support me and you want to buy the game, you can do it through that link, or you can buy it however you'd like. But yeah, so this is a game I've had a lot of fun with. I probably put a few dozen hours into it when it was first a standalone, and then when it was on Steam and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with this. This is kind of one of my go-to. It's a good, it's a coffee game, I guess, First of all, I want to mention there's going to be some bright lights and things like that here, so if you are sensitive to those things, be aware. However, I should note that those things can all be turned off. Screen shakes, flash, even the jet trails can be turned off. I'm leaving them on for the sake of this video, but just so you know. I'm actually going to be playing with all the modifiers that are available right now. Game is still in early access. They're pretty far along, though. I think this year they're looking to hit the full release, and I think the next update of the one after is going to have the final boss and things like that for the regular mode, but we'll be playing Endless with these wild metamorphoses, which is a newer thing. So yeah, so this is basically what we may have thought asteroids would look like in the year 2000. So as we shoot... Ooh, bye. So a lot of these enemies have been upgraded since last time I played too. I'm not going to say I'm particularly amazing at this game, but I've done okay. Let's see. So first is always a weapon selection. Thermal Lance. I like that one. That's kind of a fun one. Flak. Let's try the Thermal Lance. And I'll go with an orbital shield. Now you can actually skip these and go with your base stuff. Not super recommended, although I have found the base weapon can be pretty fun to use. So let's go hit this supply thing here. Now I do have some weird momentum going on while I'm firing this thing. It actually greatly slows my turning radius, so I gotta be a little careful about what I'm firing here. And I'm flashing because I actually have boost. If you kill enough stuff quick enough, you get a boost. Alright, so what do we want? We have a whole bunch of options here. We can have the Architect. Gives you better constructs. The battery, I actually don't know. Does the battery work with Thermal Lance? I'm tempted to try it. Might be bad. Hullbreaker. It's pretty good. Firefly. That's a new one to me. Oh, it's got crazy burn thrusters. It's also got resistance to self-damage and crash damage. Leviathan. 10 base body segments, plus 1 segment for each level. This seems really fun. Especially because this enemy usually gives me a little bit of trouble too. Yeah, we'll pick that one. I think we want to go... So these wild mods. The vast majority of these wild mods are recursive. You can take them multiple times, which is unlike other mods. They don't particularly adhere to any tree. I think I want magnitude though, and I don't want propulsive munitions. I'm not good at that one. Again, double tap. I don't quite know how that would work with a Thermal Lance. Maybe we'll get shield radius though. Get a little defensive early. All right, so we're out of this weird snake thing. I do more crash damage as I spin. Oh man, I've actually already taken some pretty hefty damage. You see my shield and oh geez. Yeah, you can see my shield and my hull at the bottom. There's a little bit of you can see the recharge bar filling up on my shield too. I think it's X number of seconds since you last took damage is how that works. And the problem with this is I'm gonna have to get pretty close to this guy. But it's doing a lot of damage. We're doing staggering damage when we can actually focus and hit something. This thermal lance. I gotta be careful though. My shield's down again here. I can keep myself alive for another couple seconds there. There we go. Shield's back. Now I can store upgrades, but I'm obviously gonna pick one up here. Ooh, look out. Yeah, our turning radius is kind of wild. Alright. Yeah, let's go with this Discord orbs. Radically lash out nearby enemies. Yeah. And we get more orbs as we get more wild mods. I haven't done a ton with wild mods. Now, do we do burn damage by default? Spark damage. Well, scales with its charge level. Modifiers to blast radius and rate of fire affect thermal lance's charge rate. Okay. So I don't know that's necessarily burn damage. I think we want to get some durability though. I feel like my damage is solid, but oh, I'm toast. That can happen. All right, we'll try this again with a different weapon. I'm just not super good with that weapon. But hopefully that's already giving you a taste of, you know, what the game is like, the things you can, different things you can do. Let's go with something more traditional here. We'll go with the Salvo. So this one, this is actually greatly changed from the early iterations. Used to be just kind of a standard fire weapon. Now it's, you can see at the bottom, you see my ammo count. That charges up over time when I'm not firing, and whenever I fire, it fires off the whole chunk. I don't believe I can cut it off at any point. I want to get one of the new shields. I think Orbital might be a new shield, but there's one I really like. Yeah, this is the Shockwave shield. It has this weird like pulse. I'm talking with my hands here, like you could see it. This weird kind of pulse that pushes away projectiles. It's really neat. I like the carrier bonding too. This is another newer one, new to me at least. So you automatically have these little swarm constructs that will attack, and they'll also repair as well. Now the downside is that my rate of fire will go down a little bit, so we'll produce fewer salvo missiles over time. But I really like these little guys. They'll help a lot when we're charging up. Yeah, they'll do a little bit of damage. They automatically regenerate over time if they get destroyed. And the fact that they can repair your shield is really neat too. It's a little bit of a slower moving Bonnie again. There are some pretty fast ones. I haven't gotten really good with like the stealth or the whatever that one that was like had the fire out the back. Well, that looks like that guy. This ramps up pretty quick though. Banish all mods currently offered to you. No, I don't want to do that. Bali is tempting because that'll give us more modifiers to projectile count provide plus 15% stockpile rate for each additional projectile. That's a lot. They'll do less damage though. Yeah, we'll go with that. We might want focus fire. We might want targeting. Because they'll target a bit. Let's go focus fire first. So Fusillade doubles base projectile. Yeah, this is what we want. Now they'll do a lot less damage, so we're gonna have to ramp that up in other ways. I want some damage here. Wild mod. Take more damage from enemies, but less self damage. That's interesting. Next wild mod you choose to gain 3 times instead of once. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if we get a good wild mod. Yeah, so you see that our projectile count is ramping up very quickly. Now I think if I get a homing upgrade on these, they'll be a little better at focus firing. Right now they have some targeting, but they're a little widespread. Now the downside here, of course, is that I do not have a lot of resistance. This one's interesting. Plus 45% regen rate, but 15% of your maximum hull and shields are reserved and can't be recovered. I don't think I want 3 of those. I want Rampage. Polar Inversion I think is a bad idea. Magnitude is good though. So we'll try and get a wild mod on the next one here. Now the danger with Salvo is that if you fire off and you don't hit stuff, then you got a big enemy like this thing coming. You're a little vulnerable for a period of time. You also see that I believe all enemies have a health bar now. They'll show up at the top of the screen, not just bosses, depending on what you're targeting, which is nice. That's a newer function to me at least. There's a boost particle there. Oh, look out! I'm in serious danger. Damn. I will do one more, maybe 2. You can see I've actually gotten some decent scores. Maybe I'll go something a little more traditional. I could go with the base weapon. Now let's go with railgun's pretty good. Let's go with the split shot. This is you're pretty much your traditional projectile. And we'll go. I still like the temporal shield's pretty good too. I still really like the shockwave shield though. I think I've had the most luck with the shockwave shield in the current iteration of the game. We'll go with a faster body too. Still got the default one here. Let's see. Sentinel body is pretty good. You can also go assault body. Yeah, I'll go assault. So we're gonna need to recover some shield power there, but this will do a good job in keeping us alive. Interesting too of the split shot here is that it does have some built-in blast damage. That's also a newer addition since the last time I played. You see it kind of does a little bit of splash damage behind it. Alright, let's pick up I want to be careful about volley because I don't want to lose. Oh, this is interesting. Some plating. Weapon recoil resistance, self-damage resistance to mobility, reducing effects. Yeah, we don't really need that. Velocity is good, magnitude is good. Go magnitude for now. Now, I'm trying to think if we've seen some comets, but there are also some space anomalies that can occur. The singularity is usually kind of the big one that has the greatest effect. So we'll see if we can get one of those to show up. I typically like a little bit of homing on this when I'm using this one. You can probably see my aim is not incredible. I am playing mouse and keyboard, by the way. You can't play on controller. I've done both. I don't know if I particularly have a preference. Honestly, I think I've switched kind of back and forth pretty equally. Currently playing on mouse and keyboard, though. There's plenty of ways you can play, too. I'm pretty sure you can play with just the mouse. Yeah, I can control... Whoa, look out. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can also play just keyboard. I feel like you'd have trouble aiming fast enough in some cases that way. Maybe not. Because it does, it doesn't immediately flip around on a mouse either. Like, you still do have your turning radius. Your turning speed. Alright, I've got quite a few upgrades, I think, here to spend. I've been holding off for a good time. And the game does pause, of course, when you're in the upgrade menu, but look, I don't want to lose my flow sometimes. There's that, we actually dodged one of those clumps. Alright, yeah, we got 8 upgrades. Volley, again, good, but we'll go velocity. Yes, we'll definitely go with Twin Strikes. This is one of the wild mods. I like this. Double tap, +1 burst fire. Sure. My shield protects you. Your wreath and maelstrom pushes targets and enemy projectiles around you. Damage dealt to your shield adds to the effect and radius of the maelstrom. Sure, we'll try that too. Sounds cool. I really like Splinter. Lowered rate of fire though, so we're going to want to recover some of that. Payload is also less rate of fire, so I'm really going to need rate of fire upgrades here. There we go, there's rapid fire. Yeah, so we've got kind of this burst fire now. And these pretty powerful projectiles. Oh, look out. Man, those beams from enemies are rough. Also, obviously, you wrap around the screen here. That wasn't obvious. Much like kind of classic asteroids. I like this burst fire. Pretty good. I actually wouldn't mind getting more of that upgrade. There is also a burst fire, like a raw burst fire upgrade. Our weapon spread is a little big for my tastes. It would be nice to tighten that up a bit. Don't want to get hit by one of those comets. It won't kill you outright necessarily, but it does a lot of damage and it pushes you pretty far. Bravado. Base stats and unique powers increase. All enemies are elites or champions. I think we'll pass on that. Regeneration rate? Probably pretty good. Regenerative shields is also pretty good. Sure, we'll go with that for now. Gotta have some defensives. As much as I'd like to say, you just go pure offense, that's just not realistic. Especially for me. Things I'm looking for now, I think, is target. Alright, we've got a boss coming in. This is really like the first major boss of the game. Alright, we don't want to be in the way of that. Now, I fought this guy quite a number of times. He does have some weak points. In fact, it'll actually point that out to you. I think maybe if you don't hit them for a significant period of time, it'll say it's it's detected its weak points. Now we do have that splash damage, so we'll want to loop around here. I think. There we go. Oh, look out. I don't want to crash into him necessarily, too. You see that shockwave shield is doing a lot of work for us right now. Yeah, blast damage is doing a good job of getting inside there. Alright, he's spinning pretty fast. I was like, oh, I gotta be pretty careful. There's another beam attack's coming. Now, you can certainly go through here. You go through one of these beams. But you gotta make it quick if you're gonna go, because they do a lot of damage. Alright, so we should get a lot of experience from that. Now, these orbs have some magnetism to them, but not full. There is actually a body that increases the magnetism on that I like to use sometimes. Let's see, we got durability. Sure, we'll go burst fire. I like Warpath. You can see too, so there's these super mods. With different mod combinations, you can unlock the potential for different super mods, and it'll actually show you how to get them, which is cool. Leaf on the Wind is pretty interesting. Incendiary Strike. Targets hit are ignited for a percentage of hit damage. Alright, don't want to be in front of that thing. This thing is just a giant battering ram. Still haven't gotten homing, which I could really use here. hopefully, unlike the Leaf on the Wind reference, I'm not going to get, well, you know. Running kind of low on rerolls. There's that double tap again. I gotta pick it up, right? You gotta just lean into that. I think the wild mods are a really cool addition to this. Doing quite a bit better here. Have not fought two of these at once before. I'm gonna try to just take one out really fast. There we go. Damage is good, but I'm still pretty squishy. We got a boost particle there. Alright, what can we get? Mastery is a good one. Just gives you plus 5% of everything basically. There we go. Targeting is what we want. Pretty much always firing, so I don't think I want that. Yeah, blast radius is good. We do have some blast damage. Well, that enemy just kind of vaporized. What wave are we on here? Okay, that's very pretty. We haven't come across any of the big snake enemies yet. I think it's somewhat merciful. Not that we've had a singularity show up either. We're actually kind of getting lucky on spawns. Some things are set. Like that first boss, I believe, always shows up. But a lot of things are pretty random. We're on wave 60. We actually skipped one of the other bosses I'm used to fighting. This boss. This is the boss. This guy very frequently takes me out. He is very difficult in my opinion. It's got a lot of attacks. A lot of them are very dangerous. And very long range. Kind of hiding off the edge here a little bit. Actually doing quite well. Oh, there's a singularity. I forgot he spawns those. So singularity will suck you in, and anything else. If you go inside there, you take a lot of damage. I do believe it will kill you. Ooh, we made it out. Okay. Almost got this guy. Nice. We got a couple of rerolls out of that too. Now there are some mods that increase your ability to drive, I guess. A little more air control, as it were. Space control. Boy, I really didn't expect this run to go this long, to be honest with you. I'm gonna continue it. I mean, what the heck, right? That is a lot of enemies. We are dead. Okay. It can happen quick. And we got another unlock. We unlocked a new super mod. But yeah, so that's Nova Drift. I think it's really cool. Again, if you're interested in picking it up for yourself, it is on sale for the next 2 days. I think until the evening of the 1st. And yeah, if you use that link below, a portion of the sale will go to me. If you do that, I appreciate it very much. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, click like, helps a bunch. Subscribe for more. I'll see you soon.